Hello, dear friends. Hello, everyone. I hope you are safe and welcome to our second lesson in morphology. In today's lesson, we'll be talking about the difference between root, stem, and base. So, root is the core of a word that is irreducible into more meaningful elements. We cannot reduce this, you cannot, break down the root into more meaningful elements. So it is the word form, but remains after removing all the affixes. And it is the form representing the lexeme. So once you remove all the affixes, what's left, that's the root. And it also represents a lexeme. It is a morphological unit. It is a morphological unit which can be left bare. So when you remove the affixes, you left you left a form bare. That's the root, that form is a root. So for example, accept. So we have the word accept in an acceptable. Okay, accept in an unacceptable is the root. Why? Because it is not analyzable any further. You cannot break down accept into more elements or meaningful elements. Okay, that's all you can get from the unacceptable. You can remove able, you can remove an, but you cannot split any except further. So that's the root. Now, what about the stem? A stem is, or it refers to a word form that remains after inflectional affixes have been removed. Okay, so when you remove affixes, you still have a stem. What is left is a stem. We'll see. Inflectional affixes represent grammatical categories, such as tense, number, gender, etc. So those affixes that we add to a certain form, we add them for such to function. To add information or to deliver information about the tense and number and gender of the word. Okay. So for instance, acceptable is the stem of unacceptably, right? So we move li and then we remove able. Oh, so we keep able. So we remove an. Okay, so we remove li and we remove an, we still have acceptable. That's a stem. So once you remove inflection affixes, you still have a stem. That is, we still have a root plus something, a root plus some of the affixes, for example. Okay, but it does not root because it is still breakable into. We can still break the word into an, accept, able, and the. So that's not a root. Or in this case, acceptable. We can still break down the word into able and accept. So we still have two to go, right? So a stem, just to remember or to remind you again, a stem is uh, a word form that remains once you remove all the affixes. Okay. And what about the base? A base refers to the word form to which any affixes can be attached. We have a word form. If that word form is, which is of course the case, that you can add any affix to it, any word form almost you can add any affixes to it. So that's the base. Okay, it is before we add anything to it. Okay, so for example, disappear and appeared are bases in disappeared, where the prefix is derivational as it serves the negative form. Okay, and the suffix is inflectional since it inflects the verb for tense, the past. Ed appeared, that's for it serves the past, it serves the tense, the past form. This serves the negative form, right? So disappear and appeared are bases, okay, of or the bases in disappeared. If we look at it disappeared, so these disappear and appeared are bases. So basically, base is any form to which you can add affixes, to which you can attach affixes, right? Root is the it is what's it is the form that you cannot break into further units. Okay, word form that you cannot break into further units. A stem is what's left after removing affixes. You see the difference? So mostly these terms they're just treated from different point of view of view or angle, but they are the same. They are the same, but they are different. Okay, so base, stem, and root, they are morphological units. They are very close, very related, but they are looked at from different angles. Okay, root is a word form that you cannot break down, okay, for more than units, meaningful units. Stem is what's left when you remove all the affixes. Base is a form or a word form to which you can add any affixes. So these are related but different. I think this is it for today, and thank you very much, and catch you guys in the next video.